Are you wondering if you fit the bill of a Sigma male or contemplating adopting the persona to up your game with the ladies? Well, if your main motive is just to impress women, then chances are you're missing the mark on what it truly means to be a Sigma male, and here's why. Sigma males aren't out there on some mission to rule women. Their appeal comes from who they naturally are, because women are drawn to Sigma males because of their mysterious vibe they give off. It's like this intrigue around them that keeps women hooked, wanting to know more. Sigma guys have traits that make them just as, if not more, attractive to women compared to the typical alpha male. But, gentlemen, what exactly sets them apart? Number 1, they are mysterious. Now, Sigma dudes have this air of mystery about them. They're not the type of guys who spill all the secrets right off the bat. They offer just enough of a glimpse into the personality to keep things interesting and leave women wanting more. 2, they are fiercely independent and self-sufficient. You see, guys, unlike guys who seem desperate for attention, Sigma males stand strong on their own feet. They don't need constant validation from others, because that kind of independence is a total magnet for women who are into guys who know their worth. Number 3, they know what they want. Now, with a clear sense of self-confidence, Sigma males know exactly what they are after in life. Sure, they might attract plenty of female attention, but they're very picky about who they give their time to. They're more into looking for partners who share the values of independence and strength. 4, they are charming and charismatic. You see, gentlemen, single guys have this natural charm that draws people to them. They're not putting on an act, it's just who they are. They can easily adapt to different social situations, which makes them not only successful in their careers, but also in the romantic department. 5, they break the rules. While they're respectful, Sigma males aren't afraid to go against the grain. Every now and then, they are not rebels without a cause, but they are not afraid to challenge society norms when they don't agree. And let's be real, gentlemen, there's something kind of sexy about a guy who's not afraid to shake things up a bit. 6, they're curious. Sigma guys have that thirst of knowledge and self-improvement because they're constantly seeking out new experiences and learning opportunities. This intellectual curiosity adds depth to their character, making them all the more intriguing to women. 7, they're smart. With a sharp mind and hunger for learning, Sigma males naturally command attention. They don't need to flaunt their intelligence. It's not just a part of who they are. Let's face it, there's nothing more attractive than a guy who's both brainy and down to earth. 8, they are dominant introverts. Sigma males aren't the loud, boisterous types of leaders. They prefer to lead by example, using their intelligence and introspection to make an impact. They may not be the center of attention at every party, but when they do speak up, people listen. Lastly, Sigma males don't open up just to anyone. What I mean is they keep their accomplishment and passion so close to the chest, adding to their allure, and women are drawn to their mysterious nature, eager to peel back the layers and get to know the real guy underneath. Thanks for tuning in on this episode about Sigma males with us. Remember, guys, being a Sigma isn't about putting on a show or trying to impress the ladies or trying to impress anyone. It's all about embracing your own quirks and living life on your own terms. If you vibe with what we've discussed today, please don't hesitate to hit that subscribe button for more real talk about relationship tips and psychology please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And if you have any comments, if you have any suggestions, let us know. I'll catch you up in the next one. Until next time, bye guys.